Good morning, everyone, and happy Father's Day. I have to talk about this. I just saw this on Sophie's channel. Of course, I will be linking her here on YouTube. I will be posting this to TikTok. I will tag her. This video is on her YouTube. I'm not sure if it's on her TikTok, but everybody was, well, not everybody, some people were upset with Sophie for showing comments that were made in a public comment section on TikTok, right? Sophie was the devil and all this stuff, harming the girls, yet someone, cousin Effer, who changed her name, was in contact with the youngest daughter's foster mom. Okay, she's in state's care. She was put in a foster home, and she was had contact with the foster mom, being intrusive and all the things, and it came to a head, as of course it does. And now the youngest daughter can't have any communication with Lori, with Andy, and with her older sister. Most importantly, her older sister. Okay, I know how important it is to have your siblings there. I've said so many times, I was the girls, went through this, and my brothers saved my life in so many ways, more than one, were the only thing that I had there that I could count on when we were going through this stuff, when we lived with my mother, when we were removed and put in foster care. I only had my brothers until my dad came and got me and one of my brothers. So I can't imagine, regardless of how we feel about Lori and all of that, it's about these girls. Okay, I repost these videos, I talk about Lori's behavior, but the priority has always and will always be those girls, safeguarding those girls, their mental health, their physical well being, all of these things. And this is insane that you would be this intrusive to get back at Lori and not thinking about the long term consequences to these girls. That girl is now isolated, can't speak to her family, can't speak to her sister. That is so unacceptable. So I'm going to play this from Sophie, and then I will give my final thoughts. And again, I will, of course, give credit to my girl, Soph, okay?
Any kid to ever go, and y'all fuckers been fucking with her. And now we can't talk to my baby girl because of y'all. And him. And him. That's why we can't talk to her. Her sister, her own mom, her own dad. Why? Because of strangers in this fuck. This poor baby is hurt. So fucking beyond her, you have no clue.
I could only imagine how hurt she is. Cousin fucker, what do you think? Bitch, what do you think? How hurt do you think she is? Huh? Being away from home, no matter how dysfunctional her home is, it's still her fucking home. And now she can have zero contact with her family. I'm more worried about her and her sister not being able to speak, because from what I've heard, her sister has basically been her mother, even though they're only not even 2 years apart. Her older sister, has basically been her mother. That's all they've had was each other through all the bullshit. Cousin fucker. And you, I mean, you're the only person I can blame, because you told people that you have spoken with the foster family. You said that you sent pictures that Lori has taken while on supervised visits to the caseworker. I'm blaming you for that girl being hurt. Okay? What kind of trauma, cousin fucker, do you think this is causing those girls right now?
It's alright, Faith. You see me. You see me, girl. I'm not giving up. You're doing a lot, that's for sure.
So there's can see what is going on. Message from cousin fucker. I understand. Between us, the foster mom was in my live Saturday night and reached out to me after. That is a part of the reason I want to change things up. I also know someone who is in there pretending to be friends with Lori, and I'm getting information that way. Lori may have just screwed herself. She sent out a picture of the younger daughter with her foster siblings in it to all of her mods and who knows who else. I sent it to the foster mom and called Lori's caseworker directly and left a message.
Listen, guys, this is when it becomes a problem, okay? When we start allowing our dislike, disdain for Lori to cloud our judgment, to make us lose sight of what's important. Those girls are the reason why we call out these behaviors. Those girls are the reason why we try to get Lori to understand that the way she behaves and dresses on and offline is a problem. We cannot become part of the problem. We cannot contribute to the trauma and hurt and embarrassment of these girls. What are we doing? What are we doing when we do that? And of course, sometimes our approach, things that we do, other people may find questionable or too much or over the top. But if you are not a mandated reporter, you're not in an official capacity, why are you reaching out or interacting with the foster mother, which endangers and compromises anything that they have going on? Now, again, this girl is isolated from her family. Again, as Sophie said, no matter how dysfunctional their family may be, they still need that. They still deserve to be able to communicate with their family, especially their sister. That is the worst feeling, to feel so alone. You're not with any immediate family. You're already in foster care, and now you're isolated and can't speak to your family member. As a teenager, do you know how alone that makes you feel? That's horrifying. That's horrifying. It's upsetting and it's unacceptable. And again, people may not like the things that I cover or the way I come at Lori or the things that I discuss or show on my channel. Perspectives, our upbringings, all of that is going to influence how we receive messages and how we interpret them. Of course, that's fine. But when we're becoming intrusive and interfering directly in these young people's lives in a way that causes irreparable damage, no ma'am, no sir. Reevaluate that crap, especially when you're calling out other people, saying that what they're doing is directly affecting the girls, yet you are truly directly affecting the girls in their personal lives, interacting with their foster mother or their caseworkers and all this stuff, and not in an official capacity, in a way as a person on social media that's calling out their mother, but yet you're interfering. Gross, disgusting. Personal inventory needs to be taken seriously by all of us. Reevaluate your reasons for covering these topics, these people, and keep track of yourself, of your own morals, your own principles, and try to do no harm to these girls. Try to do no harm to these girls. What are we doing? Again, we collectively, we cut this shit out. Cut it out.